All right. All right. Welcome to New Diamond Training number 3. You guys, I'm so sorry that I did not post a recording, or I did not post a little announcement saying 15 minutes before the call starts, because last week it was just a video because I had that corporate meeting. And so a lot of people probably forgot. So I'm going to just record this and then let you guys watch it. So you guys, New Diamond Training number 3 is leadership is about duplication. What is simple is what duplicates. What duplicates is what works. You have to have a system that's duplicatable. Otherwise, you are going to drive yourself crazy. Because as your team grows, the hours in the day don't grow. You only have a certain number of hours a day that it's never going to be bigger, more than that, more than 24. So leadership is about duplication. When your coaches come on, you need to onboard them with some kind of like coach basics, some kind of coach training. You need to set them up for success. All right. So in the back office, we have a coach basics. We have the first 30, which is amazing. It tells you what you should do in the first 30 minutes, what you should do in the first 30 hours, and what you should do in the first 30 days. The first 30 is an amazing process. It's simple, it's duplicatable, and corporate came out with it probably about 4 or 5 months ago. It's awesome. Also, the vital process. We're huge on the vital process. The vital process is amazing. It talks about getting customers started right, getting challenges results, and building your team, and then developing and mentoring coaches. That is a great duplicatable system. All right. Leadership is also about delegation. Who's guilty of thinking, I've got to do everything myself because I'm the only one who can do it perfect, or no one else is going to do it better than me? Guilty right here. Yes, I'm guilty about that. So you guys, leadership is about delegation. You'll find that when you delegate something to one of your leaders, that it like just gives them that confidence. Like you put your trust in them and they see that. Let your people grow. Let your coaches grow. Don't keep them in this little box, let them grow. Help them grow. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is time management. Time management is so critical and it's so key. It's so key to this business. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and I'll also post all these badges in the group. So this right here is called your bucket list. All right. So what I want you to do, this is your first call to action. I want you to create 5 buckets. All I ask is that bucket number 4 is your beach body, your personal business, the stuff you're going to do there. And bucket number 5 is your beach body, your team. All right. Buckets number 1, 2, and 3 can be anything you want. All right. They can be like family time, personal time. If you like enjoy the outdoors, you're like, I want to go hiking or whatever. So buckets number 1, 2, and 3, they can be anything you want. If you have a full-time job, like that's going to be one of your buckets. So I want you to create your 5 buckets, and I want you to tell me how much time you're going to spend in each one, and tell me 2 to 3 activities you're going to do in each one. So say, for example, bucket number 1 is, all right, it's my personal time. During my personal time, it's going to be, like an hour. I'm going to get my workout in. I'm going to get my PD in. I'm going to just relax, meditate, whatever. It's your personal time. You're focusing on just that. The key to this training is to not let your buckets spill over into one another. That's the worst thing you can do, is to let your buckets spill over. If it's personal time or if it's family time, you are not looking at your phone, you're not checking your messages, you're not checking your emails, you're not checking your notifications, like you are with your family. So many coaches say, Lacey, my husband loved this training. My kids loved this training. Some coaches even say, Lacey, I had to do this training with my upline because my upline wanted me to eat, breathe, and sleep Beachbody 24/7. Guess what, you guys? We don't want you to do that. We don't want you to eat, breathe, and sleep it 24/7. Otherwise, you will burn yourself out and you will grow to hate this business. And guess what? You should love it. It's amazing. It's about changing lives. It's about keeping your own life. It's about changing your life and keeping your life changed. And we know it's so easy to go back to your old habits. But when you're a coach and you hold yourself accountable, you keep those changes happening and you keep progressing. So the key to this training is to not let those buckets spill over into one another. All right? Keep those buckets clean and pure. Personal time, you're doing your workout. You're not checking your Facebook. I had a coach one time that said, Lacey, I wake up every morning, at 5:30 because I'm gonna do my workout, get my PD in. She goes, but then the first thing I do is I check my phone, and then I got all these messages in Facebook, and I have all these notifications, so then I start answering back, and then I start doing this, start doing that. And before I know it, it's 8 o'clock, and my Energize has totally worn off, and my workout sucks. So you guys, keep those buckets pure. So that's your first call to action, is I want you to create your 5 buckets, tell me how much time you're going to spend in each one, and tell me 2 to 3 activities you're going to do in each one.
Right.
All right? And I know that it might change day by day because life happens and it throws you curveballs. But this is going to be kind of like the stem that you want to go by. All right? The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is this right here.
My first introduction to Beachbody was I wanted to be really well. And so I found it.
Yep, today is it. You got it. You got this.
Okay.
I've never,
All right, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, this is RSVP. This is how I want you guys to spend your time in your Beachbody, your personal business, and your Beachbody, your team. All right, RSVP. This is where you're going to spend 80% of your time is in the R and the S. R stands for rescuing people. I always say you need to rescue people from themselves. There are so many gimmicks and gadgets out there. Shake this hand weight and lose weight. Shock your abs sitting down eating pizza on the couch and get a 6-pack. Take this pill and eat whatever you want. Give yourself this shot of HCG, eat 500 calories, and don't work out. There are so many gimmicks and gadgets out there and quick fixes that people are so confused. They don't know what to think anymore. So we need to rescue people from themselves. All right? And then S stands for set them up for success. Set them up for success. I wanted to fly down to California and pick Carl up and hug him and squeeze him and throw him in the air because I can, because I'm a lot bigger than him. Don't tell him I said that. But I wanted to throw him in the air because you guys, when he came out and he announced the BOD All Access Challenge Pack going to 160, I wanted to just kiss his face off because it's so amazing. You cannot get a better price for health and fitness. I think before we had the BOD All Access Challenge Pack, I think before we were kind of promoting whatever was on promotion that month. If it was 21-day fix, you can get, it's on promotion this month, so let's get this. 21-day fix doesn't work for everyone. Quarter force doesn't work for everyone. 22 minutes hardcore doesn't work for everyone. P90X doesn't work for everyone. But you guys, BOD All Access Challenge Pack, it has something for everyone. Something for everyone. So set your people up for success. All right? The other 20% of your time should be spent on your team. All right? All right. So the V stands for very new people. So those new coaches you bring in, you're going to have to spend more time with them to set them up for success by putting them through a coach basics, some kind of coach training, first 30, that kind of thing. You need to set them up for success, give them the tools to be successful. So you're going to have to spend more time with them than, say, someone you brought on last month or 6 months ago or a year ago. So those very new coaches you're bringing on. And then P, the performers. All right? It's the coaches who are actually doing what they're saying they're going to do. You're going to have so many coaches that say, I'm going to be 5-star, I'm going to be 10-star, I'm going to be top 200. And they're just talk. Well, guess what? Actions speak so much louder than words. So you want to make sure that they're performing. They're actually doing the things that are going to help them move their business forward. They're going to help them grow their team, their volume, their income, help them advance. And guess what? Those activities are these right here. This is the Business Activity Tracker. It's the BAT. It is in the back office. And if you have not printed it out yet, or if you don't have one of these yet, this is the key. All right? If your business isn't growing, if your team isn't growing, if your volume isn't growing, if your coaches aren't growing, and you make them start doing this, if they're not doing these things every single day, then that's why their business isn't growing. And so you guys, this is the best way ever to know if they're really those performers who are going to actually do what they're saying they want to do. All right. So a lot of times coaches find themselves giving like the same like pep talk almost like week after week after week. You know, they're going over the same thing and the same thing and the same thing. And it's all about, you know, doing the vitals, doing your invites, doing your follow-ups, reaching out, adding people to your network. It's all about those things. Make them send you this before you meet with them. If they want your time one-on-one, make them send you the BAT. All right. It is so the key to success. These are all activities. They're going to help move your business forward. All right. The BAT is in the back office. Okay. With this R and this S, so this 80% of your time should be spent here. I say you need to be doing the Fantastic Four daily. All right. The Fantastic Four daily are every single day, add 10 people to your network. All right. That means that doesn't just mean like click, 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 add friend on Facebook. That means that they're adding you back. So add 10 people to your network every single day. That's on Facebook, on Instagram, like your blog, whatever. Even you guys, person to person. Talk to the person at the grocery store who's checking you out. Talk to the person at the post office. Talk to the person at the car wash. Everyone knows me at the car wash because I talk to them. I open up my mouth. I say hi. People don't even know how to say hi anymore. When I walk into the office, it's so funny, guys. I just make a point. Like, I'm not on my phone. I just make a point to say hi to everybody. And it's so funny. People, like, when I say hi to them, they're just like, they just stare at me like, it's like, did she just say hi? We have removed that human connection, and people need that human connection. So you guys open your mouth up. If you're at the playgroup, if you're at the park, open your mouth up and just say hi. People need that human connection. Connect with 10. This means start 10 conversations daily. Start 10 conversations somehow. All right. Like, oh my goodness, that's such a cute suit. Where did you get that? Did you just go on vacation? Start 10 conversations daily. Oh my gosh, you took your kids to this water park. Where is that? It looks like so much fun. My kids would love that. Whatever. Number is invite 5 daily to something, whether it's to a free group or to a challenge group or a sneak peek. Always have something to invite people to. And then follow up with 10 daily. All right, so that's the Fantastic Four that I want you to be doing daily. And this little thing right here down here that says, if the actions you're taking aren't meeting your goals, up your actions. When coaches tell me, I want to be 5-star elite, I want to be 10-star, I want to be top 200. I'm like, all right, so what are you doing? Well, I'm doing the power of 3. And I'm like, oh boy, well, the power of 3 ain't going to cut it. You guys, and if the power of 3 is too much, if the power of 10 is too much, go back to what you can do. Just start somewhere. If you can only add 1 person per day, you can only connect with 1 person per day, only invite 1 person per day, only follow up with 1 person per day, then do that. All right? But if you've got these big, huge, hairy, audacious goals, then you're going to have big, huge, hairy, audacious actions. Your actions have to be aligned with their goals. And if they're not, you're not going to meet that goal. If you've got a big, huge goal, but little actions, you're not going to meet that goal. But just start. If the power of 10, if the add 10, connect with 10, if this is too overwhelming, just start with 1. Just start with 2. Just start with 3. Start wherever you can. All right. This right here, I love this. My boss, Darwin, he's over the Northeast region. This is one of the first things that he taught me, like my very first couple of days at work. We are a network marketing company. We are. Network marketing is about recruiting, bringing people in. But guess what? No one likes to feel like they're being recruited. No one likes to feel like they're recruiting someone. I hate that word. It puts an icky taste in your mouth. So I always say, write down the word recruiting, cross it out with a big, huge X, and write build relationships of trust. That is what you're doing. You are building relationships of trust. All right? Just talk to people. Open it up. Be genuine. Be kind. Be caring. I always say, be the one who cares. All right, you guys? Build relationships of trust. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing. All right. So The next thing I want to talk to you about is this right here. I'm actually going to share it one more time. Geez, I don't like this. I don't like not being able to see your guys' faces. Okay, let's see here.
I love that. And there's another
Oops.
one of my other
Oops. Oh, what am I doing? Technology and me, I just don't like it very much. Okay, here we go. Okay, this right here is the leadership ladder. All right, just like the elite guide, the elite goal guide and the premier goal guide, when we looked at all these coaches who are growing their teams, they were growing their volume, they were growing their income, they were advancing, and we were like, what are they all doing? That's how we created the elite goal guidance. We found out what all these coaches who are successful, we found out what they were doing. Same thing with the leadership ladder. We looked at all the coaches who were growing their teams, their volume, their income, they were advancing, and we're like, what are the things that they're focusing on? These were the things. All right. This is a leadership ladder. There are 5 different rungs. There's the business starter, team builder, the team leader, the organization leader, and the executive leader. There's 5 different rungs. In order to be at a rung, you have to have every single one of the benchmarks checked off. All right. Most of you are probably between team builder and team leader. Probably vary. So if you're a team leader, you've got to have every single one of these benchmarks. But say, for example, you're like, all right, every single month I'm making at least $1,000 in commission. Every single month I'm hitting Success Club 5. I'm diamond or higher, and I have 4 personally sponsored coaches with at least 1 Success Club point. But my week leg volume, my team volume on my week leg is only 3,000. Guess what? You're not a team leader. Even though you have every single one of these except for this one, you're not a team leader. You're a team builder. But you guys, you know if you have every single one of these checked off, except for this one, you know what your focus should be. You should focus on getting 5,000 TV and that week leg. All right. This leadership ladder, it helps you build a house of bricks. A house of cards that just whoosh. That's so frustrating and so annoying. A house of bricks is where it's at. If you focus on the leadership ladder and those different benchmarks, that is what will help you the most. All right. Melanie Mitro, if you go to YouTube and you search Leadership Ladder by Melanie Mitro, she does an awesome, detailed, in-depth training. And it's about 20 minutes into her call, because it's a team call that she does. And so she's talking about her team and all that kind of stuff, but fast forward through that part. And you guys, if you need to understand it better, go to that video. She explains it in very good detail. All right. I want you to second call to action is I want you to print out the leadership ladder and put it somewhere where you can see it, where you can focus on it. Just like the Premier Goal Guide I had you print out, print that out too, so you know what you should be focusing on. All right. Okay. Last and final thing. This has been a lot of info. So last and final thing is I want to talk to you about team culture.
Yes, I totally could.
Team culture is huge. Team culture is huge, you guys. It's not about the shake. It's not about pushing play. It's not about, drinking this or working out with this. It's about the whole kind of environment, like the whole culture. All right. I want you to think about what kind of coaches you want to attract. Who is your coach avatar? Who is your ideal coach? Like, what does that coach avatar look like? Like, is she a mom? Is she single? Does she work full time? Like, what is she like? Is she a red personality? Is she very organized? Is she very, take control? Or is she more, free-spirited and fun and just, all about, being free? You guys, I think about this. I think about the Melanie Mitros and the Amy Silvermans and the Bonnie Ingalls. They are all very successful coaches. And they could not be more night and day different. Melanie Mitro, she is very organized. She's a planner. She's very detail-oriented. She is just get right to the point. She's very hardworking. She's very driven. She was a school teacher. That vibe she's putting out, that's the tribe she attracts. And it's so funny. My favorite thing to do is to do team calls. Because I work with my leaders, and then when they want me to do a team call, we do a team call, and I get on, and I just see how their vibe attracts their tribe. It's almost like they could be sisters. It's so awesome. It's just so awesome. I'm like, you guys, that vibe you're putting out, that is attracting the people. So think about that coach avatar. Think about your ideal coach. Who do you want it to be? Like, what do you want them to look like? What do you want them to be like? Like, what is that person?
I love what she said, like,
So that's your call to action number 3. Think of the kind of team culture you want to create. The Amy Silver ones, they're like more like free spirited. They're all about, you know, like living life and just like peace and harmony. And they have those dream catcher earrings, you know, like it's just awesome. They're night and day different. Bonnie Engel, she's about fun and just like excitement, and she's super bubbly and super cute and just so fun. They're all night and day different, but they are all successful. So that's your call to action number 3, is to think about the kind of team culture that you want to create. All right? Because it's going to be about that. It's not going to be about like, yes, Shakeology is amazing. That drink is unbelievable. Our programs are amazing. But it's going to be about that team culture that people want to be a part of, that they want to stay in. All right? That being said, that concludes New Diamond Training number 3. Because I will post the call to actions in the group. As soon as you get done with them, then I want you to message me and say, Lacey, I've done all the call to actions. I've finished the New Diamond Training. Put me into the Push to 1-Star group. Those are the masterminds where the magic happens. Like, you don't just listen to me. Like me, it's just like talk on these. But that's where the magic happens. There's the greatest groups. That's where you get accountability. That's where you get support. That's where you get love. It's just like a challenge group for coaches. That's what the mastermind group is to me. Is I'm like, it's all about accountability, support, and love. They're so great. So, any questions, you guys, about anything? And also, too, I was going to tell you, you guys, I get about probably like 200 or 300 notifications every single day. And so those are kind of just like, whew. If you ever have a question, then Facebook message me. I get to those no matter what. It might be a day if I've got a ton, because I have the potential to work with about 3,396 coaches. That's how many coaches I have. 3,396. But just like you guys, is I work with the willing. I work with the people who are showing up. I work with the people who are trying to move their business forward. So there's only about 300 or 400 that I really, truly work with. Just like you guys. All right? So message me. Personally message me. Myra, your dimples are so stinking cute. I love dimples. Seriously, you guys. My fiance has dimples, and I'm just like, yay! I'm like, please let our little kids have dimples. Because I don't have them, and I want them so bad. Okay, you guys, any questions at all? Okay, it is May 31st. If you have not hit Success Club, you still have today. I had a coach last year who, she was one of my top coaches. She was a very top of the elite report, and we were working very, very close. And all of a sudden, she just fell off, and she canceled their call, our one-on-one, and then she stopped showing up to the groups and stopped showing up to things. And I was like, what's going on? You know, I reached out to her, and she just ignored me. And I saw her at Summit, and she's like, Lacey, she says, I went through a divorce, and she says, instead of running to coaching, I ran away from it. And she says, I just hole up and just like little hermit, became a little hermit. And she says, Summit has lit a fire underneath my butt. She goes, I haven't hit Success Club for about 4 months. She said, but Summit lit a fire under my butt. And she said, I hit Success Club the last day of the month in the airport. And I was like, so you guys, it can be done. People are out there who need you. They need to hear from you. On Memorial Day, it was my first day in the swimsuit since last year. You guys, I've been sick for this last month with bronchitis, and just I haven't been able to work out. And the only thing I want to eat when I'm sick is Captain Crunch or Golden Grahams or Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops. Like, that's all I want is cold cereal. So all I've been eating is cold cereal and Shakeology. I force myself to drink Shakeology every day because I'm like, I need some nutrition. And so I kind of felt just icky in my swimsuit. I was like, oh man, I was like, I don't want to take off my cover up. And I just felt gross. People are out there who felt just like I did on Monday. You guys, they're just like, and they all said, okay, after Memorial Day, I'm going to get in shape again. After Memorial Day, I'm going to start eating healthy. Guess what? They're all thinking those right now. But if you don't get them in this next week or two, and they're going to be like, okay, after the 4th of July, then I'm going to, it never comes, you guys. You guys always know, tomorrow never comes. So it's not going to be the work you put in today. So you guys, that's why you've got to be consistent every single day. Is the work you put in today, it's not going to pay off tomorrow or the next day or the next day. It might take 3 months, it might take 6 months, it might take a year, maybe 5 years, but it'll eventually pay off. So that's why every single day, show up to your business. All right? Find those people who need you. You guys, find those people. You guys are the ones who saved my life. And you saw my little UV2 thing, where I was like, this is how I live my life. This is what happened to me when I went through my divorce. And this is me now. Like, it was you guys and your stories and you sharing things that just inspired me. You motivated me. You uplifted me. You empowered me. There are so many people just like I was who know what to do. Like, they've been in the industry forever, but they just need the accountability. They need the support. They need the love. You guys just give so much love. It's all about love, you guys. It really is. And guess what? Love is a verb. I love this little thing. It's so cute. It is, you guys. So find those people. Find those people who need you. They're out there. All right? Okay, guys. I'll post the call to actions in the group. Message me when you're done, and I will see you on the Diamond Mastermind. Okay, guys. Have a great day, and thank you so much for being here. I know there are 5 million things you can be doing today. Thank you for choosing this and letting this be the one that you did right now. You're amazing. Have a good day. Bye.